What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Shop Talk. This is episode 6. We're just going to be going through a trailer hitch install that we did a couple weeks ago on a 2015 Forester. Now, we didn't actually install the wiring kit for this car, but we're just going to go through the process of doing it anyways. You have to remove the spare wheel and all that stuff in there, and remove the side panel at the back, the left side, so that's driver's side. And in behind there you'll find the connector for the harness. Subaru supplies one that just plug and plays, so you can just run it underneath the car from there. To remove the bumper, there's 2 screws on the bumper, and you also have to remove the tail lights. And then 1 connector, and the tail light will come off. Put the car up. There's a couple clips that you need to remove. There's 2 at the top of the rear quarters, and then there's a couple larger ones running along the bottom. There's one of the small ones that's at the top of the quarter panel. And then the bumper should just pull right off. Sometimes it takes 2 people to get it. Now you're going to want to remove the rear bumper bracket, or the rebar. There's 6 bolts in total. Subaru asks you to take the rear muffler assembly out. I usually just undo the hangers and put a axle stand there and just lower it. The exhaust heat shield, you need to cut a little notch in it there for the bolts for the bracket of the trailer hitch, which you're seeing right now. So this trailer hitch is basically going to replace the rebar, so you don't need to reinstall it. So you can use the old fasteners, or you can have new ones if you have them that came with the trailer hitch, which they usually do. And there's another small little bracket that you're supposed to install underneath, and 2 bolts that go through the chassis of the vehicle into that bracket. Once you've done both sides, you can install the actual hitch. I like to leave all the bolts loose. It's actually kind of the only way of doing it because it'll never line up properly. And then once you have all the bolts started, you can then tighten everything. You want to make sure that those brackets aren't tightened up when you put the hitch on. Now start tightening all your bolts. It doesn't matter what order you go. To reinstall your exhaust, I usually spray a little bit of lubricant on the hangers so that they slide back onto the brackets easily. And tighten up the rest of your fasteners. Now you're going to have to cut out a notch into the bumper. It's already marked on the inside. I usually use a little buzz saw for this, You can use side cutters, but I find the buzzsaw works a lot nicer. And then Subaru supplies a nice little trim piece that you can put in there so it doesn't look hacked up. And then reinstall your bumper the opposite way you took it off. If the customer supplied anything to install on the hitch, you can put it on. In this case, the customer had a step. Reinstall the interior. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out our previous videos. Like, subscribe, comment, and stay tuned for awesome stuff in the future.